Okay, today I want to tell you a little about Aputure's Infinibar. This is the 4-foot version here, but before we jump in, I want to give you a little introduction to me as a filmmaker. So I make videos for businesses and nonprofits, promotional, fundraising. Most of what I film ends up on the About Us page of a website. I usually run a small 2-person crew, and most of the time I'm filming on-site at the nonprofit or the business locations, which sometimes are gorgeous and sometimes are not the prettiest of locations. And that's where lighting can make a huge difference. You know, there's this old saying that the best camera is the one you have on you, and for me that's my lights. And the smaller the light, the higher the chance that I've got it somewhere in my kit. That's why I love Aputure's small form lights. I started with the little red MX, graduated to the MC, and then I've got the light bulbs and the MT tubes, and now I'm stoked to have a 4-foot light that I can mount in various places. So I have the Aputure 300Xs, I have the spotlight mounts, the barn doors, the soft boxes, the 6x6. I have all these options, but sometimes the little light that just fits in the place where these big lights can't make it makes all the difference. I found that these lights having magnets on the back and different options to mount them in various places has helped make this even more versatile, and I'm putting it in more and more places and taking them on more and more shoots. Now you've just heard about my kit, it's all Aputure. I will admit I'm brand loyal. They're not sponsoring this video, I just love their lights and I buy them all the time. One of the reasons I'm stoked about the Infinibar, and oh, by the way, this is at 5% in order to not overexpose it against my 80% 300X right there. But one of my favorite things is the magnets on the back of this thing. Now it's got 2 magnets on either end, but what's great is they can actually move. They can slide in anywhere on the light fixture. And that means if you have something that is, you know, not exactly 3 foot 8 inches apart, you can move these magnets in to help connect to something else. The magnets can also be fully removed if you need the space or need it to lay flat on something. Another thing that I love is their baby pin mount right here, which can fit anywhere on the back of the light. You just unscrew it like this and you are ready to mount this to a C-stand, grip head, anything you'd like. What's great about this is it can move anywhere on the fixture. So if you want to put it close to the power outlet, you can run your power cable along with the grip head and it's ready to go. Other mounting options include a 1/4-20 at both sides on the base. So if you want to put a mini tripod or something, you can set it straight on the ground and it can live on its own. It also has a pretty cool proprietary bracket system, and this bracket is designed to attach multiple Infinibars to each other. So you do that by connecting the bracket to either end of the Infinibar, and you can mount 2 Infinibars side by side, you can mount vertical on top of each other, or Aputure sells various shapes if you want to make circles, squares, triangles, other shapes as well. Now I knew as soon as I bought one of these and played with it for like 5 minutes that I would want a second one so that I could make various shapes as well as an 8-foot long light bar, because why not, right? You can make corners and fun shapes like that, and depending on how you expose it, you really can't see the seam in between the 2 fixtures. And lastly, you could make a double wide, which is 2 Infinibars next to each other. It's pretty cool. I assume if you had more of these, you could add them to it and just continue to make one solid, beautiful, even light. Moving on, one of the best parts about this light is the color. So you can, with the Sidus Link app, you can do different colors, you can do different effects and chase scenes, which are all controllable through the Sidus Link app, which is pretty cool. For me and my filmmaking, usually I end up just using color or plain white to light a corner, maybe to take a white seamless paper backdrop and do a solid color across it, or with multiple bars, a color gradient. And for me, that's where this light really shines. I can use it as a hair light, I can use it as a practical, I can light a paper backdrop with it. It's versatile and it's convenient. Honestly, having the internal battery that runs 80 minutes at full blast, I've actually seen mine go a little longer than that, and to be able to attach it to anything metal. I've honestly put it already on lifts or door frames or the edge of a wall even, because these magnets hold the light really well. And lastly, if the battery isn't quite long enough for your shoot, it does come with fixed power, not some USB-C thing that charges the light before it turns it on. You can plug this in, immediately power it up, and run it indefinitely, which is amazing. The included power also powers 4 feet of light. So that is 1 4-foot bar, or 2 of the 2-foot bars off of 1 unit, or 4 of the 1-foot bars off of 1 power cord, which is pretty dope. All right, that's it from me. If I've convinced you to buy this light, would you scroll below this video, click on my Aputure link. That helps me out a lot if you purchase through there. If you want to see the light at 100%, just super overexposed, and we can go from 2000 to 10,000 Kelvin. So that's exciting there. All right, that's it from me. Have a great day. Peace.